We're back at West Beach Selsey after a summer break, and this film is a quick update on what's been happening on this frontage and elsewhere. It's now November 2011 and we're at Selsey Coast Guard Station looking westwards along the Medmerry frontage. The beach replenishment works at West Beach finished back in the early spring, and we'll take a look at what's happened to the shingle there in a minute. Meanwhile, the news on the various local frontages. At Medmerry, the Managed Realignment scheme has started. The contractors have set up camp, built themselves an access road, and are starting on the inland embankments. The breach in the existing beach won't be made until the spring of 2013, and we'll be doing a separate film on progress at Medmerry in the next month or so do look out for it on our website. We're looking towards the caravan parks here. The owners, Bunn Leisure, have announced some changes to their proposed £15 million coast defence works so that they tie in with the adjoining realignment scheme. We're hoping they'll start work in the not too distant future, and that will change this view as there'll be new rock breakwaters that will be put into place. So this is now almost 9 months after the shingle was put on the beach, and although it's been stable all summer, in the last few months, we're now in early November, the shingle has started moving with some larger tides and heavier weather. We're here today on a nice calm day, though there's a decent swell going, and you can see the way the waves move up and down the beach and the way they've pushed the shingle towards the western end of each of the groin bays here. We're looking at a groin bay near the Coast Guard Station at Selsey, and you can see the difference in height between the beach at the far end of the groin bay towards that groin, the dark wooden structure you can see, which is about 80 metres away, where the shingle is near the top of the sea wall, and compare that to in the foreground where the lower part of the sea wall is visible, and that shows that the pebbles are moving in away from us. The sea is carrying them up the beach at a slight angle to the beach, and ever so slowly it's moving them towards the westwards, and they're piling up against the groin. That's the job the groin's meant to do, at the western end of each groin bay. Eventually the height gets so high, and we'll just zoom in here, that the pebbles spill over the actual groin. So you can't see the groin because the pebbles are actually above it, and they're spilling over into the next bay where they'll again move westwards. We're really pleased to say that the Shingle Tracer project has put the first radio tagged pebbles on the beach right here a couple of weeks ago. We'll be doing a follow-up film on that too, so do look out for that. 104 pebbles were deployed here, and one of the project leaders did a survey last week and detected 58 of those pebbles. We're hoping we'll pick up a similar number on our next survey, which is due in a week's time. The radio tags work if they're buried a metre under the shingle, but any further than that, and we have to wait until they come nearer the surface. The latest news isn't very good. A marine conservation zone has been proposed for Selsey, and this means that we could be prevented from recycling all this shingle that's just been put on the beach, or have to pay so much to deal with extra bureaucracy that the works will become prohibitively expensive. The proposed MCZ runs right up the beach to the mean high water mark, so that's slap bang where you need to do the shingle recycling. All the local stakeholders, including the district and the town councils, agreed it was sensible to keep the MCZ boundary 100 metres offshore, so it didn't interfere with coast defence and all the other stuff that happens on the beach. But that was ignored by the regional body in Kent, which puts forward the formal proposals. They ignored various other things. Local stakeholders, which included conservation groups like RSPB, agreed were perfectly reasonable to protect the local community's interest without any detriment to the environment. That included resiting a special reference area MCZ at the Mixon Hole, to just the tiny north slope of that fishing mark. But the proposed reference area takes in hectares of seabed. We've got plans to do a film on the MCZ issue, but meanwhile, look at our website for more information on this or the other issues dealt with in this update. And thank you for watching.